We went to India to make this two-part programme all about Bollywood, which, if people don't know, is the sort of a bit of the Indian film industry, the bit that makes the all singing, all dancing, the sort of things that you imagine Indian films to be doing. And I thought, no one knows anything about it here. No one's made a programme about it. And I just finished Strictly, and I wanted to carry on dancing, so that's what they did. And they said, right, we're going to go, you've got half an hour to learn it, and then we're off on the roof. And you'll see, I don't want to give too much away, but it was really tough. A lot harder than Strictly, learning that dance routine.
Really?
Yeah, but what
you
fun.
What a natural.
Yeah, I think most South Asians, not just in Britain, anywhere in the world have grown up with Bollywood. So as well as kind of watching all the Hollywood movies and watching TV like everybody else, like all my friends, on a weekend, we'd go to the Asian Video Library, we'd get a VHS or 4, bring them home, and it'd be a family affair. You'd sit down and watch, and for 3 hours, sometimes 3.5, you would just switch off and you just immerse yourself in the most wonderful, fantastical world where everything is over the top, melodrama, romance, singing, dancing, action. I mean, completely farcical, brilliant fantasy, and amazing music as well. So it really is part of not just my upbringing, a lot of people's upbringing.
Of course. Yeah. So what do you sort of investigate within the programme then? What is it that you kind of really take a look at?
It's a two-part programme, and tonight you are going to get a kind of a beginner's guide to what Bollywood is. But in a way, it is a BBC Two programme, so you're going to get a really good insight into what it's all about. Yeah. I land in Bombay and off I go. So I throw myself into a dance routine. But before that, I meet one of the top choreographers in India who really talks through what dance means in Bollywood. I'm also on set with a very famous, well, quite a few famous actors, Anil Kapoor, who people will know from films like Mission Impossible. I think he was in 24. He was on Slumdog Millionaire as well as the game show host.
Yep.
And
that is just so huge. That's it. There's actually very little understanding, I think, of just how big this is.
They make 3 times as many movies as Hollywood, and there's so much money there. These are not just... We have, obviously, Tom Cruise is a huge star. These guys are demigods. Yeah. They can't even walk down the street. You'll see tonight, there's shots of people. You go to a couple of Shah Rukh Khan, Salman Khan, 2 of the biggest stars in India. 24/7, if you go to their homes, their beautiful homes in Bombay, there are crowds of people standing outside just waiting to catch a glimpse of them. So you'll see all of that. So you'll get a really good insight into what the film industry means, what it means for India right now. And then part 2, which goes out next week, is all about modern India and where the film industry is placed, and about how young women are really kind of, especially young actresses, are out there forging it for themselves and changing it.
Well, that's interesting you say that, because you are slightly conflicted about how the whole system runs almost. So there is that side to it as well, isn't there?
Oh, massively. You know, I absolutely have such a love for Indian cinema and the songs and growing up with films. But at the same time, I remember watching these films and thinking, can this woman have... Can someone give her a script? Can someone give her something to say? Often the women were just sort of incidental characters. It's all about the hero. It's all about the action. So, you know, especially when you're born and I'm quite, you know, I'm a feminist, and I like to, you know, that women have a role to play, and, you know, we're the same, you know, we kind of want to know that we have a voice. And now things are thankfully changing. You've got a new generation of young Indians who are born and brought up on a diet of not just Indian cinema. They're watching things that everybody else is watching, and they want to tell their own stories. And in part 2, I can't wait for you to see this, not only kind of young Indian women forging a career in Indian cinema, you've got British girls, white British girls living in Bombay, working as dancers in Bollywood movies, having a whale of a time.
Yeah.
So it's all happening.
It's something else, isn't it? It is. Look, I'm just looking at you there, and you're glowing like you always do. And I'm up at 5 o'clock in the morning, and I'm not glowing so much. You made headlines recently talking about these 3 ingredients. I have to ask you about this really quickly.
I'm going to tell you, I'm not glowing. I got bitten on my forehead. So I'm trying to cover these 2 horns that are going out the side.
You look gorgeous.
So, yeah, someone asked me what I do, and and it's genuine. This is what I've been doing. My mum is a real girly girl, and she loves face packs. And it's often been, this is an old Indian face pack, yogurt, honey, and a teeny tiny bit of turmeric. Right. You could even put some lemon juice in there. Yogurt's a natural exfoliant. Honey is an antibacterial. Yeah. And turmeric is an anti-inflammatory, and it's an old Asian health remedy. We've always known it. Bit in a glass of milk if you're feeling a little sick or if you've hurt yourself, and you're told to drink it, and it's got healing properties.
But you mix it and you just put it all over.
Tiny bit, about a tablespoon of yogurt, teaspoon of honey, teeny tiny bit of turmeric. Mix it together, stick it on your face. You're not going to smell great because it's yogurt.
I don't care.
But
I look like
Wash
that.
it off. Well, I don't know. This is like a lot of makeup this morning, and, you know, but
I'm seriously going to try. It's all natural. What is there to lose? Okay.
exactly. So I'm a big believer in natural things. There's a lot of stuff you
I
can
had
put.
to ask you because, as I say, I was interested. Thank you, Anita. It sounds brilliant. As I say, Bollywood, the world's biggest film industry, tonight, 9 p.m, BBC Two.
Yes.